When we think of America's dream destinations, images of golden California beaches, the electric energy of Times Square, and the endless possibilities of the open road often come to mind. These places are more than just locations, they're symbols of hope, adventure, and the promise of a better life. For generations, people from around the world have flocked to these iconic spots, drawn by the allure of sunshine, excitement, and the chance to be part of something bigger. Florida's theme parks, with their thrilling rides and magical worlds, offer a temporary escape from reality. Here, families laugh together, children's eyes light up with wonder, and the worries of everyday life seem to melt away, if only for a moment. But just beyond the postcard-perfect images, a different story unfolds. The homelessness crisis is not hidden away. It's woven into the very fabric of our most celebrated places. It's a reality that quietly persists, even as millions chase their dreams in these cities. In the shadow of Disneyland's magic, families find themselves sleeping in cars, parking lots becoming makeshift bedrooms as they struggle to get by. For many, the happiest place on earth is just out of reach, a reminder of dreams deferred. On the sunlit streets of Miami, veterans, those who once served the nation, now hold signs, hoping for compassion from passers-by. Palm trees sway above, but the struggle beneath them is real and ongoing. Along Hollywood Boulevard, where dreams are supposed to come true, rows of makeshift tents and crowded shelters tell a different story. Here, the glitz and glamour of the entertainment capital stand in stark contrast to the daily fight for survival. This isn't a distant problem, tucked away from view. It's right here, in the heart of prosperity, where luxury stores and business professionals share the sidewalk with those who have nowhere else to go. As travelers, we're confronted with a powerful duality: the breathtaking beauty of America's cities and the undeniable presence of hardship. The dream and the struggle exist side by side, challenging us to see the full picture. This essay invites you to look beyond the surface, to pause and truly notice the crisis shaping the places we cherish. It asks us to reflect on what it means to visit, to witness, and to care. Because to truly know America, we must see all of it, not just the parts that fit on a postcard, but the stories that unfold in the shadows of its most famous landmarks. Only then can we begin to understand the real America, in all its complexity and contradiction. The numbers are staggering. Over 771,000 people experienced homelessness on a single night in early 2024, a figure that's hard to truly comprehend. Imagine entire cities larger than Boston or Seattle, without a place to call home, forced to seek shelter wherever they can. This isn't just a statistic, it's a daily reality for hundreds of thousands of Americans. The crisis has reached its highest point since records began, with numbers climbing year after year despite efforts to address the problem. The scale of the issue is visible in every major city, and the trend shows no sign of slowing down. That's an 18% jump in just 1 year, a dramatic surge that has put California, New York, and Florida at the epicenter of this growing emergency. These states, known for their wealth and opportunity, now also symbolize the nation's struggle with homelessness. Families and children are especially hard hit. The number of homeless children surged 33% in a year, now over 148,000. That means tens of thousands of kids are going to sleep each night without the security of a home, facing uncertainty and hardship at a time when they should be learning and growing. These aren't just statistics. Their lives disrupted, dreams deferred, and futures put on hold. Each person without a home has a story, a family, and hopes for a better tomorrow. Official counts likely understate the crisis, missing those living in cars, motels, or couch surfing with friends and relatives. Many people are forced into hidden homelessness, moving from place to place, never knowing where they'll sleep next. Millions more are just one paycheck, one medical emergency, or one rent increase away from losing their homes. The line between stability and homelessness is thinner than ever for countless Americans. The crisis is everywhere, not just in forgotten corners, but in the heart of America's most visited cities. Tourists and locals alike walk past people in need every day, a stark reminder that homelessness is woven into the fabric of our society. The numbers we see are just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath the surface, countless more struggle in silence, their stories unseen and unheard, as the crisis continues to grow. Why is homelessness surging now? The answer: a perfect storm of economic pressures. Housing costs have soared, while wages for low-income workers have barely budged. For every 100 extremely low-income families, only 35 affordable rentals exist. Pandemic-era protections, like eviction moratoriums and rental aid, have expired, triggering a wave of evictions. Local disasters, like Maui's wildfires and an influx of migrants, have strained resources further. One unexpected expense can push families over the edge. The result? More Americans than ever are losing their homes. This crisis is the product of policy choices, not inevitability. Homelessness isn't one story, it's many. Each person experiencing homelessness has a unique background, a different set of circumstances, and a personal journey that led them to this point. The faces we see on the streets represent a tapestry of lives, each marked by resilience, hardship, and hope for a better future. Older adults, especially those over 55, are one of the fastest-growing groups, often priced out by rising rents and healthcare costs. Many have worked their entire lives, only to find themselves unable to afford a place to live in their later years. Some struggle with chronic health conditions, while others face isolation after losing family or support networks. For these seniors, the safety net is frayed, leaving them vulnerable to the dangers of life on the streets. Racial inequities run deep. Black Americans are 12% of the population, but 32% of the homeless, a legacy of systemic discrimination. Generations of unequal access to housing, education, and employment have created barriers that persist today. These disparities are not accidental. They are the result of policies and practices that have excluded and marginalized entire communities. Native American and Latino communities are also disproportionately affected. For Native Americans, the trauma of displacement and broken treaties continues to echo, while Latino families often face language barriers, immigration challenges, and limited access to services. These groups are more likely to experience overcrowded housing, unstable employment, and discrimination, all of which increase the risk of homelessness. Families and children face disrupted education and lost opportunities. When a child's home is a car, a shelter, or a tent, it's nearly impossible to focus on schoolwork or build lasting friendships. The instability of homelessness can have lifelong effects, making it harder for children to break the cycle of poverty and achieve their dreams. Young people, many fleeing abuse or aging out of foster care, are increasingly on their own. Without family support or a stable place to stay, they are at risk of exploitation, mental health struggles, and falling through the cracks of the system. For these youth, every day is a fight for survival and dignity. Gender-expansive individuals face extreme risk, with homelessness in this group up over 600% since 2015. Many are rejected by their families or face violence and discrimination simply for being who they are. Safe spaces and affirming support are rare, making it even harder for LGBTQ youth and adults to find stability and acceptance. Each face in this crisis reveals a story of struggle and a system in need of change. Behind every statistic is a person with hopes, dreams, and the right to a safe place to call home. The diversity of those affected reminds us that homelessness is not a distant issue. It touches every community, every background, and every age group. To solve homelessness, we must address these inequities head-on. It requires compassion, policy change, and a commitment to justice for all. Only by understanding the full scope of who is affected can we build solutions that truly leave no one behind. In America's cities, homelessness is impossible to ignore. Tents line LA's freeways, people sleep in San Francisco's doorways, and encampments fill parks in New York and Chicago. Even in vacation spots like Waikiki, the crisis is visible. Native Hawaiians priced out, living near luxury resorts. Suburbs and small towns aren't immune. Hidden homelessness grows as people live in cars or camp in woods. For travelers, witnessing this reality is transformative. It challenges us to see cities as communities, not just attractions. The experience can deepen empathy and spark questions about what kind of society we want to build. Seeing the full picture is the first step toward understanding and change. Amid the crisis, hope shines through. The housing-first model, providing homes without preconditions, has reduced homelessness by up to 90% for those it serves. Veteran homelessness dropped 55% in a decade thanks to targeted investment and collaboration. Cities like Los Angeles and Dallas are seeing real progress by moving people directly from encampments into housing. These successes prove that homelessness is solvable with the right resources and political will. Nonprofits, social workers, And everyday citizens are driving change. The challenge is to scale up what works and demand humane policies everywhere. A future where everyone has a home is within reach. The homelessness crisis is a defining moral test for America. Behind every tent and cardboard sign is a person with hopes and dignity. Empathy is the first step, action must follow. Support local shelters, donate, volunteer, and educate others about the real causes of homelessness. Use your voice to demand affordable housing, stronger safety nets, and fair wages from leaders. Our choices and advocacy can drive real change. When you travel, see both the beauty and the challenges of each place. Let it inspire you to be part of the solution, because everyone deserves the foundation of a safe home.